Narcissistic abuse is a vicious cycle characterized by periods of idealization followed by devaluation and discard. In this chapter, we explore the dynamics of the abuse cycle, its devastating impact on survivors, and strategies for breaking free from its grip. Step into the dark depths of narcissism as we explore the vicious cycle of abuse perpetuated by narcissists. In this eye-opening video, we dissect the intricate patterns of manipulation and control that characterize the narcissistic cycle of abuse, shedding light on its devastating effects on victims. Join us on a journey of discovery as we uncover the truth behind the cycle of abuse and empower you to break free from its grasp. Welcome to Unveiling Narcissism, the Cycle of Abuse. In today's exploration of the human psyche, we delve into the dark and twisted world of narcissism, where abuse reigns supreme. Prepare to unravel the intricate patterns of manipulation and control that perpetuate the cycle of abuse. Have you ever felt trapped in a never-ending cycle of mistreatment and manipulation? You may have encountered a narcissist, a master manipulator skilled in the art of abuse. But what lies behind the cycle of abuse, and how can we learn to break free from its chains? Let's find out. The cycle of abuse is a hallmark of narcissistic behavior, a relentless pattern of manipulation and control designed to maintain power and dominance over their victims. It is a vicious cycle that perpetuates itself, leaving victims feeling trapped and powerless to escape. Dr. Emily Smith, clinical psychologist. Narcissistic abuse can have profound and long-lasting effects on victims, often leading to feelings of worthlessness, anxiety, and depression. It's important for survivors to seek support and validation as they navigate the healing process. Sarah, survivor of narcissistic abuse. I spent years trapped in a cycle of manipulation and gaslighting, convinced that I was the problem. It wasn't until I sought therapy and connected with other survivors that I realized I wasn't alone and that the abuse wasn't my fault. John, victim of narcissistic abuse. The emotional and psychological scars left by narcissistic abuse run deep. It took me years to rebuild my self-esteem and trust in others after enduring constant criticism and manipulation from my ex-partner. But with the help of therapy and support groups, I've learned to reclaim my sense of worth and move forward with my life. Narcissistic abuse can have devastating effects on individuals, leaving them feeling emotionally shattered and questioning their own worth. Survivors often struggle with feelings of guilt, shame, and self-doubt as they try to make sense of the manipulation and cruelty inflicted upon them. It's essential for survivors to recognize that they are not alone and that the abuse they experienced was not their fault. By sharing their stories and seeking help, survivors can reclaim their power and rebuild their lives on a foundation of self-love, resilience, and healing. Narcissists use a variety of tactics to exert control and manipulate their victims, including gaslighting, belittling, and isolating them from support networks. The cycle of abuse is characterized by periods of intense manipulation, followed by fleeting moments of affection, creating a sense of confusion and dependency in their victims. The cycle of abuse is a destructive force that leaves deep emotional scars on its victims, eroding their sense of self-worth and leaving them feeling isolated and alone. From verbal and emotional abuse to physical and sexual violence, narcissists will stop at nothing to maintain their power and control. 1. Emotional manipulation. A narcissistic abuser may use emotional manipulation tactics such as gaslighting, where they distort the victim's reality and make them doubt their own perceptions. For example, they may deny abusive behavior or blame the victim for causing it, leaving the victim feeling confused, invalidated, and powerless. 2. Verbal abuse. Narcissistic abusers often use verbal abuse to control and demean their victims. They may belittle, insult, or ridicule the victim, undermining their self-esteem and sense of worth. Over time, constant verbal attacks can erode the victim's confidence and leave them feeling worthless and undeserving of love or respect. 3. Isolation. Narcissistic abusers may isolate their victims from friends, family, and support systems to maintain control over them. They may discourage or prevent the victim from spending time with loved ones, making them increasingly dependent on the abuser for validation and support. This isolation can leave the victim feeling isolated, lonely, and trapped in the abusive relationship. 4. Financial exploitation. Narcissistic abusers may exploit their victims' financial resources for their own gain. They may control access to money, withhold financial resources, or sabotage the victim's career or financial independence. This financial manipulation can leave the victim feeling financially dependent and powerless to leave the abusive relationship. 5. Intimidation and threats. Narcissistic abusers may use intimidation and threats to maintain power and control over their victims. They may threaten physical harm, destruction of property, or retaliation if the victim tries to leave or seek help. These threats can instill fear and paralysis in the victim, preventing them from taking action to escape the abusive situation. These examples illustrate how narcissistic abuse can manifest in various forms and have devastating effects on victims' emotional, psychological, and physical well-being. It's important for victims to recognize the signs of narcissistic abuse and seek support and resources to break free from the cycle of abuse and reclaim their lives. But for those who recognize the cycle for what it truly is, there is hope for escape and healing. By seeking support from trusted friends, family, or mental health professionals, victims can break free from the cycle of abuse and reclaim their power and autonomy. Here are some strategies for identifying and navigating interactions with narcissistic individuals. 1. Educate yourself. Learn about the common traits and behaviors associated with narcissism. Understanding the dynamics of narcissistic behavior can help you recognize it more easily in others. 2. Trust your instincts. Pay attention to your gut feelings and intuition. If something feels off or uncomfortable in your interactions with someone, trust yourself and proceed with caution. 3. Set boundaries. Establish clear and assertive boundaries in your interactions with narcissistic individuals. Communicate your limits and expectations clearly, and be prepared to enforce them if they are violated. 4. Limit engagement. Minimize your interactions with narcissistic individuals whenever possible, especially if they consistently undermine your self-esteem or manipulate you emotionally. Keep conversations brief and focused on neutral topics to avoid getting drawn into their drama. 5. Seek safety. If you feel physically threatened or unsafe in the presence of a narcissistic individual, prioritize your safety above all else. Remove yourself from the situation immediately and seek help from trusted friends, family members, or authorities if necessary. 6. Seek support. Reach out to trusted friends, family members, or mental health professionals for support and guidance. Having a supportive network can provide validation, perspective, and encouragement during difficult interactions. 7. Practice self-care. Prioritize your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, and practice self-compassion and self-care to protect yourself from the negative effects of narcissistic interactions. 8. Document interactions. If you're dealing with a narcissistic individual in a professional or legal setting, consider keeping a record of your interactions. Documenting emails, conversations, and incidents can provide valuable evidence and protection in case of disputes or conflicts. 9. Trust yourself. Trust your instincts and judgments about what is best for you. Don't second-guess yourself or allow the narcissistic individual to gaslight or manipulate you into doubting your perceptions or reality. By implementing these strategies, you can better protect yourself and navigate interactions with narcissistic individuals with greater confidence and resilience. Remember that you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness, and don't hesitate to prioritize yourself in any relationship or interaction. So how can you protect yourself from the cycle of abuse and reclaim your power? By trusting your instincts, setting healthy boundaries, and seeking support from trusted allies, you can empower yourself to break free from the narcissist's grip and build a life filled with safety, respect, and dignity. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the cycle of abuse in the world of narcissism. We hope this video has shed light on the manipulative tactics used by narcissists and provided valuable insights for recognizing and escaping their abuse. Remember, you are not alone, and there is help and support available. Until next time, stay strong and trust your instincts. If you found these strategies helpful in navigating interactions with narcissistic individuals, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on psychology and personal development. Your support helps us reach more people and create a community dedicated to growth, resilience, and self-discovery. Together, let's continue empowering ourselves and others to thrive in all aspects of life.